Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Tappin with Tyler. My name's Tyler, and this is our music theory tutorial series. And it is finally time for us to learn how to read music on the grand staff. So let's go ahead, let's dive right in. Let's review. Our musical staff consists of 5 lines and 4 spaces. Every line and every space is a placeholder for a letter in the musical alphabet. The clef dictates the placement of the musical alphabet on the staff. And the 2 most common clefs are treble clef and bass clef. And when you combine them together, you create the grand staff, which is what we are about to get into. Now, the grand staff is composed of a treble clef or a bass clef, but it can really be composed of any 2 clefs. Now, as you can see, we have our lines are still in the same spots. We still have our lines in our treble clef and our lines in our bass clef. And our spaces are still in the same spots as well. So we have a space right here in our treble clef, and we have a space right here in our bass clef. And our notes go up in pitch the higher the notes go up on the staff, and our notes go down in pitch the lower we go down on the staff. And I know that this is going to come to a surprise, but it goes up the staff in alphabetical order. So as you can see right here, we have our grand staff and we have a whole bunch of notes. So we're going to start right here in the bass clef, right down here on this F. And if you can see, it goes F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. And then we have a C right here, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now minus these 2 C's, that went up alphabetical order from F all the way up to G. Now these 2 C's are special because they are the same C. These 2 C's are the same note. Okay, this is what it's called middle C. Now you can have notes in the bass clef that do go above middle C. You don't have to put them in treble clef, but if you have any note that is above this middle C on this bass clef, you will technically be playing notes that are in the treble clef, and vice versa. Any notes that go below this C right here in treble clef are technically notes that are on the bass clef. So they could be written 2 different ways. That's why this middle C is the middle ground between treble clef and bass clef. And that's really all there is to it, to reading the grand staff, is making sure that you know where your middle C is. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this short lesson on the grand staff. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. But if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments below. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe so that way you don't miss further content. Makala Checo.